Fresh and local are huge selling points for seafood, and you can always get an honest price here in Louisiana. Kellyanne Biley takes us to arguably the largest seafood market in the South.
It doesn't get any fresher than this.
Everything comes out of the Lake Pontchartrain area, Lake Maurepas, Vermilion Bay.
Tony's Seafood Market is the largest seafood market in the entire state of Louisiana. This building opened up in 1972, and one of the reasons it's still successful today is because it's a family-run business.
For nearly 5 decades now,
My grandfather started, he's been on Plain Clothes since 1959, started in the produce business.
the Pizzolatto family has been serving up fresh food in North Baton Rouge.
I moved here in 1972, this was an Exxon gas station.
It wasn't long before the eldest Pizzolatto realized there was a bigger demand for fresh seafood.
Got into the shrimp, then the crawfish, catfish, and grew it into what it is today.
And the younger Pizzolattos carry on the legacy their grandfather started.
We're in our 4th generation now, my son is actually here. Just a family tradition and we want to keep going as long as we can.
A perfect recipe for success. Kellyanne Biley for Destination Louisiana.
Our Kellyanne Biley joins us in the studio to continue our Destination Louisiana series. Kellyanne, where are we going this week?
Well, Tavares, I think this is someplace that you can take your family for sure. I had a chance to go out to Barnhill Preserve in East Feliciana Parish. It's just about an hour's drive here from Baton Rouge, and it is definitely an experience unlike any other. Take a look.
Tucked away in Ethel, Louisiana,
Hi, good boy.
is a hidden gem that might just be the most incredible place in the Bayou State.
My favorite part about working here is making a difference in the animals' lives, and it's also nice that we get to educate people on conservation and make them really care.
It's an interactive experience with some of the world's most exotic animals.
Their population is deteriorating in the wild because of the exotic animal trade demands.
The 2-hour guided tours also make for a great educational experience.
We'll talk to young adults about these cats and why you shouldn't have them as pets.
The encounter tour consists of an hour walking tour of the preserve guided by one of our tour guides. And then we also do an hour of animal encounters.
There's also the seasonal Sip with the Sloths event.
It's an after-hours event for adults only. Get to come, walk around, drink some wine, meet sloths. We also have all of our ambassador animals out.
There's so many new friends to meet.
You were the goodest emu. You are the goodest emu.
And if you're up for something real unique, you can even take a swim with the otters.
We have 3 otters that are swimming right now, and they are a lot of fun. Their names are Peanut Butter, Jelly, and Whiskers.
Depending on how much time you have, you can also visit Barnhill's sister site, Magnolia Park.
My mother and my father would be oh so proud because they said, finally, it's coming to fruition, our vision of 80 years of movement in society towards progress.
One of the first 3 markers of Louisiana's newest trail stands outside Dookie Chase Restaurant in New Orleans.
This has been 3 years of hard work by a great team all over Louisiana, gathering those historical moments for the Civil Rights Trail.
In the 1950s and 60s, the restaurant hosted meetings for civil rights leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Now is the time to make real the promises of democracy.
It was also noted as a place where, even during segregation, blacks and whites could meet over a hot meal.
We've been fighting for freedom and equal justice under the law. And our Chase family is continuing that tradition, mainly through the service and welcoming of all people to our establishment.
The second marker stands in the capital city.
And just outside the old state capitol, you'll find this marker, where you can learn the story of the Baton Rouge bus boycott of 1953. 2 years later, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. would use that as his inspiration for the 1955 Montgomery bus boycott.
Now is the time to make justice a reality for all of God's children.
We will embark on an educational program that we will provide to students, teachers, and people to download to learn what we've learned around the state, because I wasn't taught it in school.
Kellyanne Biley for Destination Louisiana.